What's up, guys? This is Will of Will H Tech Review, back with another video, and today I'm doing a little follow-up video on the Samsung Galaxy S5E. So this device came out 6 months ago, a little bit longer, and this is my second time having this device. I had it the first time in the color black when it came out. I got it the same day it was released, and I had the black color. Then I ended up with this color, and this is the silver. But I had the black one, and then when the Samsung Galaxy S6 came out, man, I was all excited. I had to go pick that one up, and after having it and having it for a little while, I decided that I did not need or want the S6. I didn't need the S Pen support on it. I didn't like the way they implemented where you store the device, the S Pen on the back of it. It's a nice device, but for the price, I wasn't getting too much more, in my opinion, than this for what I was using it for. So this is like $400 at $650. You do get a better processor in that one. You get the Snapdragon 855, I think, in that one. And you get the pen, the S Pen. This one is a little bit lower powered than that, but you can basically do a lot of the things that you can do on that one. So that's why I ended up selling that, and then I picked this up again, and I've been satisfied with this. This has let's talk about the build on this thing. So this thing is nice, man. It has a metallic back on it. As you can see, a little bit of branding. Does have the quad speakers on here, tuned by AKG, and these speakers are dope. Has the camera on the back of it. This side, you got your pogo pins. If you want to get the official book cover keyboard, you do have on this side where you can put a micro SD card slot. You got the volume up and down. You do have a fingerprint sensor right there, power, which works great. This does have Face ID, which is awesome on here, works really well. And it just, the build and everything is just great on it. Very light, weighs 400 grams. So it's a very light tablet, only 5.5 millimeters thick. Now, I picked up the 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage device. But like I said, it has expandable memory. You can also get it with 6 gigabytes of RAM with 128 gigabytes of storage. Now, where this falls a little bit short, this is running the Snapdragon 670 processor, which is a low-end processor, but I haven't really had any problems out of the processor. I do have a video out where I test some games on it, some gameplay, and these games, I didn't have them on their highest settings. But there are videos out there where some people, will bump the settings up on them. But where I played them at on the lowest settings, it performed well. Now, I did do some of the top games out there. I didn't do all of the top games, but I did do some of them. I'll link that video below. So the processor is not too bad on it. The display, now when it comes to the display, that's where this thing shines. This has a 10.5-inch display, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I know my camera is not doing it any justice. This thing that has some deep blacks, just some popping colors on it, and Samsung always have gorgeous display. This is 2560 by 1600 AMOLED, and like I said, it's one of the best screens you can have, displays you can have on a tablet or any device. My only problem with this device, I wish Samsung would come out with one at least 11 or 12 inches, and it would be great. Just like my iPad Pro 12.9 that I'm using right here for the notes for this video. It is huge. I love the size of that display. So I wish Samsung would come up with a display that size. And it'd probably be game over, man. I probably go all Samsung because of all of the features that's included in their tablets. Apple's done a pretty good job of making theirs a little bit with iPad OS 13, but it's nowhere near the features and stuff that the Samsung has. So the 6.7 processor, it can handle most tasks without a problem. You can game on it, like I said earlier, watching your movies, your social media, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and things of that nature. They all perform well. You won't have any problems with any of that. It is also good for reading books because it's because of the lightweight, the 400 grams. It's a very, very light tablet, so your hand won't get fatigued so easily. So very good size for that. Now, if you do want to be productive, this thing has Samsung DeX installed. And the Samsung DeX, if you're not familiar with that, Samsung DeX is where you can make your tablet and have like a desktop type environment. You can use this with a keyboard and a mouse. As you can see, I'm using it with a mouse now. And if I can get my mouse on stick here, there it is. So this is your desktop type environment. So you can have multiple things open at one time. You can be watching YouTube. You can be typing a document up. You can have at least 5 or 6 things open, and it should run fairly well. I've had it like that with no problems at all. But like I said, the only problem with me is just the size of the display. I think it should be a little bit better, so a little bit bigger. This is running Android 9 Pie out the box with Samsung UI 1.1. So one thing about this tablet, it doesn't have pen support. So if you need a tablet, if you're an artist or someone that needs the pen support, then you won't have that with this. I use an aftermarket pen to do things, just selecting things. I'm not drawing or doing anything like that. But you can get an aftermarket. If you need Office, like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, this does have Office Mobile on here. So let me get and show you that. I use all of Google. I use Google stuff, Google Keep, Google Docs, and things of that nature. But Office Mobile is here, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. If you need that, then you can use those on here. But like I said, I use the Google apps. So like I said earlier, you can use keyboards, mouse, different peripherals. You do have your Type-C port over here. You can share this screen with a larger screen if you need to. You can use your SSDs, your thumb drives, your hard drives. You can do all that, and then all of that works without any problems. Okay, guys, so some of the things that features that Samsung have that are pretty good. You can run split screen. You can run pop-ups. So if I wanted Facebook open here, now I can go in and I can set this to run in a split screen. So I'm going to run Facebook there, and I'm going to open up and run Twitter at the same time. So as you can see, I got my Facebook going and I got my Twitter feed going here. If I wanted to just resize these, I can resize them like that. If I wanted to go in and run this Twitter as a little pop-up, then here it is. I can move this around like so. I can minimalize it and have it like that. And so the list goes on and on with things you can do like that with Samsung. Like I said, other devices can do this as well, but that's a feature that people like about the Samsung devices. So as far as the battery on this thing is running a 740 milliamp battery, and the battery goes and goes and goes. I haven't did any scientific test on it, but I'm gonna have to guess I get about 8, 9, 10 hours screen on time with ease, no problem at all. I don't really worry about charging it too much. So you're good as far as the battery. Let's see what else you got here. So you can pick this device up for around $400. Probably get a little bit cheaper around this time of the year, the holidays and stuff like that. But when you get into that range, you're looking at maybe an iPad as well. The new 10.2 iPad or the 2018 iPad are all probably going to be around the same price. With those, you do have pen support. And if you're a content creator, you can run better apps like LumaFusion or iMovie with those. Now, I use this, and everybody's not content creators, you know, but just speaking for people that are. Now, I use what they call LumaFusion on here, and it works great for video editing. It's not the best, but I do use it and have used it. And it's you know, it's not going to have all the features that a full-fledged video editor has, but I've been able to use it and do my little videos that I do. As you can see, here's some projects that I've had and done. So LumaFusion works well. Haven't really done any photo editing with this, but you know, it's a low power processor and it probably can be done. But anyway, that's my look back at this device after having it 2 or 3 different times. And it's a great device, man. I would pick it up again. Works out great for me. All right, guys, catch you guys in the next video. Will H, and I'm out.